This is a Defocus Media production.
Audio Jungle.
What's up, everyone? It's your favorite optometrist, Dr. Darryl Glover.
And I'm Dr. Jennifer Lyerly, resident optometry nerd.
And welcome to Defocus Media, optometry's #1 podcast, where we discuss the hottest topics, latest technology, eyewear, practice management, and more. So sit back, relax, and defocus.
Hey everybody, we are live here all across the country. I'm Dr. Jennifer Lyerly in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we are here with two of the most talented people in dry eye in the world. And they're bringing us some really exciting new products that I think a lot of doctors have been begging for years, and reality is finally happening. So please welcome Dr. Leslie Odell and Amy Gallant Sullivan.
Hello, thanks for having me, and Amy.
Hi, it's great to be here.
And Darryl, Dr. Glover looks like it's just joining us too.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? How are you ladies doing today? I see you looking beautiful as ever. Happy Tuesday.
Well, you guys travel all around the world talking about dry eye and ocular surface disease. So I'd love, before we get into the products we're talking about, just to get a little bit of a catch-up about what's been going on with your lives.
All right, go ahead, Amy. You can start.
Oh, well, it's been really interesting because actually I was in Italy working on the TFOS conference and making sure all of the logistics are great for the September meeting. And so I actually evacuated from Italy to be back in the US so I could be here to actually launch this product. So there were a lot of in-between maneuvers, but it's been pretty insane for the last few weeks because I've been grounded, obviously, haven't been able to fly anywhere. And between TFOS and this and Eyes of the Story, last year I was on a flight every week between April and the end of December. So it's pretty intense being here right now and just grounded. I think it's the longest I haven't traveled since I was 19. So.
Well, hopefully you're surviving. That is a long time.
It's different. It's very different. So now I just spend more time in front of the computer and have to keep reminding myself to blink.
Yes, that me too. It's like a constant focus. Like, oh shoot, I need to practice what I'm preaching. Dr. Odell, what about you? I know you got kids at home, so that's probably keeping you more than busy.
Yeah, I've learned how to become a little bit of a teacher, but I will definitely say that I am not a teacher. But I'm trying my hardest to help them at home in between things that I'm doing actually alongside Amy. And then I'm also in a bit of a professional transition, which I'm excited about. So more to come on that soon. But I was most recently the director of dry eye services at the Dry Eye Center here in Pennsylvania. But throughout this, another opportunity has presented itself, and hopefully that will lead me to patient care in October. So, yeah.
Wow. So a lot of big changes coming up.
Yeah. But good that I have a little bit of extra time because this has been a very exciting time. And it's good. I mean, it's actually really good for Amy to probably be in the States during this time so that we can get things introduced. We were really not upset, obviously, for good reason. We had to cancel Vision Expo, but it was going to be a really exciting time for us with a planned launch party there. So we're just, looking ahead, right?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the product since, we're kind of launching more virtually now than what was expected. But Eyes Are the Story is the name of the line of products. And
mine too.
Yes. Cleansers, mascara, eyeliner. Tell us the story behind these products.
Well, actually, it goes back, it feels like a century ago now. I've been working with TFOS since, my father and I launched it in January of 2002. So I've had ocular surface health on my brain for a long time now. And I remember in 2003, I actually thought, I have a question because I have to translate everything into human speak. Because even though I've been around healthcare specialists my entire life, and dry eye specialist at that, I have to translate everything. So I started wondering why so many more women than men have dry eye disease. So I said, maybe there is some correlation with eye makeup and the products that women use on their face or their daily routines. So back in 2003, I actually started digging into what are the ingredients in eye makeup and could they in fact have some impact on our eye health. So the research has actually been an ongoing passion of mine for many, many years. And then I think 2015, I actually dragged Leslie into my psychosis. Leslie, I have this great idea. I think I want to try to create something. And what do you think? So in 2015, I really started having the wheels turn and say, could this be possible? Because after working so many years in the pharma space, I kind of imagined that the beauty space would be similar and it would be really, really difficult to create something with FDA regulations and just compliance. And because after all, you put these products near your eyes. So I thought that perhaps that the beauty space would be similar. So 2016 was really spent researching the area and realizing, and Leslie's really great at explaining this in her presentations, but because the FDA regulations are pretty lax on cosmetics and beauty, I realized that there was an opportunity to maybe develop something for the eyes that could be eye friendly. So that's kind of how it started, but then it wasn't really an easy road either because the beauty industry, like the pharma industry, is very, very tight knit, and getting access is quite difficult. So it's pretty easy to go online and private label a product, and almost anyone can do that. You can Google something, I want to make my own mascara. Great, you can buy 15 different things, stick a label on it, and sell it anywhere. That's not a problem. But what I realized is that these private label companies don't permit you to change the ingredients. And my biggest issue was the ingredients in the eye makeup and the products that we use around our eyes or on our face were offending our ocular surface. So I called probably 100 companies and I asked them, is there a way that I can re-swizzle the recipe, the ingredients for these products? And they said, no, we don't do that. And I said, okay. So that was 2016, 2017. I was able to go through my network and then find laboratories who are actually willing to work with me to formulate products really from scratch based on pulling out ingredients that I thought were offenders to the ocular surface. So it started from there. And again, I went from the pharmaceutical space, and I spoke with those laboratories first and realized that it wasn't possible for them to create something from scratch because they needed authorization as well, et cetera, et cetera. So in the end, I was able to find laboratories in Italy, Canada, and the US who are willing to take a risk and work with me to create new formulations for the products. So it's really been incredible, really tapping my network and finding ways to formulate these products. And I like I said, I dragged in Leslie at the beginning and I said, would you be willing to try these? Because I know you have really sensitive eyes. And what do you think? So that's how it started. I mean, really, there is a lot more that went into it, but it's incredible just the road to finding laboratories that were able to and willing to take a risk on a startup that could really potentially disrupt an industry, because there aren't products that specifically focus, well, say beauty products that focus on eye health. Beauty products that exist right now focus on being beautiful or being younger or glowing. But the eye health has been something that has not really been addressed. So,
and even, even with the clean beauty revolution that's going on, you don't see that as much. No one's really paying attention to that. So it was really exciting to be able to see something that not only was paying attention to ingredients from a safety standpoint, but also understanding so much about the ocular surface. It was really the perfect storm for Amy to be the one to launch something like this, and really just serendipitous for me to find her along the way. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I know it sounded like when you guys were first looking into this, the first thought was, okay, let's work on trying to change regulations within the cosmetic industry to make products safer. And then realizing that that was such an uphill battle, that getting any new legislation passed in the United States is extremely difficult. Okay, let's create our own products and that are made and designed to address the issues that we're seeing with our patients. How aware do you think the general public is that the products available on the market right now can be really damaging to their eyes?
I would say that awareness is still pretty low. We have actually done some consumer surveys, amongst people that we've surveyed through social media, and they lean on words that they think are important, like hypoallergenic or vegan or paraben free, but not necessarily understanding that that could be on a label of something made here in the United States and have no merit at all. So I don't think that people really know that. They might think, okay, I need to find something that's all natural or something,
Organic.
but they might not realize that where it's made matters.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to go through kind of each of the products because in your initial launch of Eyes of the Story, you've got not a full line of beauty products, but really the major hitters of things that people use around their eyes that tend to cause the most irritation. So I'd love to talk to you guys a little bit about what makes each of these products different, and kind of starting out with the cleanser itself, because a lot of cleansers can really sting and burn. What ingredients are usually in facial cleansers that patients need to be aware of and concerned about that is not in here?
There are actually a lot. Leslie, you just covered one in the webinar from last week. What are some of the foaming chemicals?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Sodium lauryl sulfates. So that's what makes any face wash soap up on your face. But obviously that can be very irritating to your eye and strip natural oils from around your eyelid too. So, we try to avoid them as much as we can around the eye. They're also in things like toothpastes and also floor cleaners. So something maybe not to put on your eye is sodium lauryl sulfate. So that's an ingredient that was avoided in the face wash.
Right, and then there's also a serum, and serums a lot of times, I know I myself am really worried about crow's feet and wrinkles around my face at this point in my life. So we tend to put them very close underneath our eyes. Darryl, do you have similar concerns?
Well, Jen, are you telling me something that I didn't know about?
No, I feel like once you get into your 30s, you're like, is it too late? There's a lot that's happening to my face.
Well,
that is a good time to start the maintenance.
Between my mother, my wife, and my mother-in-law, they're all into just good skin, and they naturally have beautiful skin as well. So if they see just the littlest of a blemish or anything that's on my face, they raise hell and they're like, "Oh no, you need to do this, that, and the third." But now I'm happy that I can tell them, "No, you need to use this product because it's healthier, because it has less negative things in it, so that it's healthier for your eyes and just skin and everything in general." So I'm super excited about this option.
Well, what's tricky about the anti-aging creams or the serums that are used around the eyes is many of them have very strong chemicals that supposedly erase fine lines. And those we've learned can once again offend the ocular surface. There is one ingredient that's very popular in anti-aging eye creams and serums called retinol. And that is something that we found is definitely not ocular surface friendly. And that's just one of the ingredients, such as also we have neurotoxins, which are found in a lot of the eye serums and around the eye creams, because what they do is they paralyze the muscles around the eyes. So you lose the appearance of fine lines. And Leslie can explain more about what the neurotoxins do and why they not only, they can be seeped into under the skin, of course, and get into the eye, but also what happens when you start paralyzing the muscles around your eye. This is part of the complication as well. So
just like things like a Botox in a jar, is that right, Dr.
Exactly. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, so and one of those common ones is arginine. Botox in a jar.
Experience with that. We were out shopping, doing some due diligence, or say spy work one day, and I begged Leslie to do a makeover. So she was sharing makeup from the communal counter at
Yeah, she really put me in harm's way, I just want to say.
I know, I'm sorry, but I had to sign a legal disclaimer in advance saying this is all for research. And so they were explaining that there was this wonderful new eye serum that would make her look so much younger because she already looks 25 and she really needs to look 16 again. We said, let's try it. So we looked at the ingredients and realized that there was a neurotoxin in there. And I think it was probably a Duralane, but I don't remember which one it was because there are actually several out there. But I just remember we looked at it and started squealing and said, oh my God, it's like Botox in a jar. Woo! Well, Leslie, how long did it take before your eyes became swollen and watering?
Yeah, not too long, but I mean, there was a lot of things going on that day. Even the under eye concealer was the beauty counter woman was very excited to tell me had similar products, neurotoxins to help with fine lines and wrinkles. So that was actually something I didn't realize they were putting into under eye concealer. Makes sense from the beauty standpoint, but not so much the ocular surface standpoint. But more importantly is that even the amount of money that I spent that day, because I somehow also got talked into spending some money on these bad products, that I got a call as we were headed to lunch from my bank asking if I, was fraudulent. So I'm saying women are spending a lot of money. That was at a Bergdorf Goodman beauty counter. And so not in my normal spending habits, obviously. And they wanted to check in to see if I, if it was indeed me or not. But so not only are they spending a lot of money on products, they're spending a lot of money on products that are, not doing good things for their ocular surface. The same thing, Jen, is mascara. I actually recently spoke to someone who had been on kind of a hiatus of mascara, through the past few weeks and was going to be doing like a Zoom call with college friends and wanted to put a full face of makeup on and reached for her mascara that she used for good occasions. And she was complaining even by lunchtime about how irritated her eyes were. So mascara is another place where lots of these things hide between, fragrances and formaldehydes. So that was another part that we were able to, that Amy was able to really give us a clean option for patients with the mascara. So do you want to talk a little bit about the magic mascara?
Is one of the, I think it was probably one of the first ingredients that I was asked to make because I do know a lot of people that do have dry eye. And I know a lot of women that get very irritated when they use eye makeup. So most of their choices were either mascara or eyeliner. And they said, can you do this for us? And I said, let me try. So the mascara started out with